Hey guys, today's video is gonna be a bit different than what we usually do on this channel. Um, it's gonna be rather serious because this week I met some people from different medias and people from our own LGBT community here in Montreal, and we had a discussion about YouTube and the work we're doing with this channel, him and him, and I feel like we have very different opinions about what we are doing on this channel, and I want to address that in like a formal video because you know that one of the things we cherished on this channel is our transparency with you guys, and I really feel like I need to tell you this, me and Bryan. So people here that I've met this week, like generally, even in Quebec, generally, I think people don't understand YouTube yet. It's a bit new to them, and they believe that channels like ours, him and him, it's just we're just doing silly things that have no real impact on either LGBT people, or all the stuff we're doing is easy to do and everything, and we just do this for fun or for fame or for money. And I really want to adjust that question, because when we started now over 2 years and a half ago, we had a mission for this channel, and I really feel that this mission has evolved. It stayed on the same path, but has become like way stronger as the community developed with you guys. And I wanted to create a channel with Bryan here just to show how two guys can love each other. Like, we can be gay and happy and have and do silly. Yes, it's true that we do silly videos, right?
Yeah, we do.
We sometimes we do silly challenges, but hey, we do them because we have fun doing them. And I think it's important to show not only the serious side about being gay, like we did in our coming out videos, advices on our relationships, updates, sometimes even when my health was not doing so good and we talked about it. It was way serious, way more serious than what we were doing usually. And I think it's important to show the good and funny side of being gay, not just address only the serious things. Like,
It's trying to show just how normal we are really living our lives, that we're not that different. Well, we're sort of different, but we're not that different from anybody else. And so, yes, we can have just as much fun as we can touch on very serious and meaningful issues. And we can do challenges and vlogs and just have some good times. And we like to share those times with you too.
yeah. And now on the issue that they say that YouTube doesn't have any impact, I mean, we have boxes filled with mail that you guys are sending us. Each week we have new mails from you guys, and we read every single one letters of you, and you share your own personal stories and how watching our videos have helped you in some ways. Some of you, it's our coming out videos. Some of you, it's just you're saying that our videos are putting a smile up your face because where you live, you can't live openly your relationship. Right. And I think that this is a big impact because now we're almost at 15,000 subscribers on this channel, and I think that this is having a great impact all around the world, but people here don't seem to notice that or don't seem to understand that.
That's something that I think is very important to acknowledge and to identify, is that people don't think that we have an impact locally, that is towards our local LGBT community, but I think that's totally false. We have lots of people from Montreal, from around the province, maybe not as many as from the United States or Europe, but we have some people that actually recognize us or that write to us in French. And they're happy that they can relate to some people that are so close to us. So yes, maybe our impact is not that big, but I think that's the main problem that people have looking at YouTube, is that they look too locally and they forget to look at the wider scale impact that we have internationally. I mean, we have almost 15,000 people that watch us around the world, and they've all written to us, well, many of them have, that we've helped them so much with their coming out stories, self-acceptance, and just having fun too. Some people look at our videos, challenges and stuff like that, and they do it themselves because they thought it looked so much fun, and they just thought they had to do it. So I think it's important to recognize not only the micro but the macro. So the larger scale, the larger impact that we have around the world too.
And now, some people were thinking that wrongfully that we are doing this just for the fame or the money. They're completely wrong, because to be honest, just looking at it, like, let's say, I never talk about this, but now I'm going to talk about it just once. The money we make from YouTube. This month, we're at about the half of the month. We have $4.
So, in broad strokes, we're not famous and we're not rich.
Yeah, we have $4 from YouTube. We can't live off that. And that's why we created the Patreon page, which is separate, and there's links in all our videos, which is a way for us to get a little amount of money from you guys, which are going to help us pay our bills and stay afloat and help me manage the channel, because I've taken the decision a couple months ago to cut down my work, because yes, I do have a part-time job, because we have to pay the rent, we have to pay the equipment and everything, and Bryan is having a full-time job, which is not that paying, and my job is not that paying also. And yes, we do have a Patreon, but that's not to get like rich or anything. It's just to support us, because if I want this channel to be what I want it to be, I need to invest time in it, time and money for better equipment, etc. And the only way I can do that is to reduce my workload from my part-time job that I have. And if I do that, then I don't have enough money, and I need to pay the rent like Bryan each month. And that's why we have a Patreon. It's not because...
It's not trying to solicit your money. It's not trying to ask you to donate. And, you know, we're more than happy that people help us out. But that's not the point. Because the point is that we cannot live off of YouTube alone.
Another point I wanted to talk about the importance of YouTube and YouTubers in general is... when you look at traditional medias, let's say television, you watch a show, either an LGBT show like Scam, which is absolutely fantastic. By the way, I finished watching it, the whole first 3 seasons, and I'm probably going to do a video where I talk about how I felt watching it, so stay tuned for that. But what I want to say is, when you watch a TV show, you're kind of more distanced towards the characters, because you know it's TV and you can't directly interact with them. Whereas YouTube, it's kind of more organic, where it's a two-way communication. You guys are sending me mails, I see your comments, I try to reply to your comments, and we're talking. These videos are kind of like if I'm talking directly to you, and then you can talk back to me via the comments. And I think that by doing this like that, like YouTube allows it to do, you can get much closer with the people that are watching you. And I think that's it can have a bigger impact on someone's life. Just this week again, I had people from all around the world, in Norway, in Spain, in Australia, who have written to me about issues they had and how the channel has helped them.
And something that's great again about this is that it's more accessible for you to talk to us, and it's a very interactive way to get to know us and for us to get to know you. And there's a reason why we sometimes mention in our videos that we put our links to links to social media, and that you scroll down into our description box and you find all the links there. Yes, there's a lot, but there's so many places that you can reach us, not just Facebook, not just Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. There's even our Snapchats. So you have many ways that you can reach us and just talk to us about people. Some people do it. But, you know, it's great that there's not that barrier, like you say, between conventional forms of media or old media versus new media. This is a new generation, and it's so much more interconnected than it was previously. Yeah. It's not just a TV screen and then you finish the show and cut to commercial and then you don't see them for the next day. You can actually come and see us again and again and again, write us emails, and you can be sure that we'll write back.
So guys, that was what we wanted to tell you through this series video, I'd say. I hope you still liked it, because it's something I really needed to tell you guys, because you know, we're all about transparency and being honest with you guys, and I really want to know your insights. about what we discussed today. So please leave a reply in the comment section below, because I really want to know what you think about YouTubers, the stuff we're doing. Do you think Him and Him has had an impact on your life? Tell us about it, because for me it's really important, and for Bryan also, because we put a lot of effort into this channel, and I'd really love your feedback, guys. So with that, I promise you next week is gonna be way much lighter, and I'm gonna wish you guys a really good weekend.
Thank you for watching. Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter, guys.